pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker. I was going to kind of read her bio without telling you who she is, but I realized that since she's sitting up here, you're going to figure it out really quickly. So our keynote speaker is Rudo Boka. She's no stranger to you, I'm sure. She is the Group CEO of the Boka Group of Companies Zimbabwe, a third-generation family business with interests in real estate, construction, gold and chrome mining, jewelry manufacturing, financial services, agricultural commodities exchange, and small grains production. She is the founder of Women Investing in Strategic Enterprises and has 20 years experience in business, having commenced her career as her father's assistant at the age of 20. Following the conglomerate's collapse in 1999, Rudo commenced judicial action to save the group from liquidation. This process was finalized over a period of 10 years and has now achieved its rebirth and transformation. Since reopening the group's agricultural exchange, Rudo established the Boka Growers Forum in 2011, which focuses on the empowerment of farmers by relevantly informing and educating the farming community on good agricultural practice, with a focus on encouraging diversification in agriculture. She's an advocate of women's empowerment and financial independence. Not just an advocate, I would say, but an example. And she is married to Noah. They had their first child last year. Wow. Welcome, Rudo Boka. Rudo Boka mtamba nengwe. Nchazuroa na Noah.
Thank you, Tembi. Let us begin. Honorable members of Parliament, elected public officials, members of the Diplomatic Corps, representatives of the Constitutional Charter, 12 institutions, captains of industry, representatives of political parties, representatives of media, civil society, all invited. This a very good afternoon, beautiful ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to tell you a story. And it begins. At the age of 13, a Shona girl was told by her father that she should never expect an inheritance. He went on further to hurt her feelings by emphasizing the fact that since she was female, he was not interested in enriching a son-in-law. What a cruel man he is, this girl thought. She was disgusted by his audacity of gender discrimination, especially since she was the firstborn in her family. It was unbelievable that a seemingly progressive businessman was only prepared to reward his hard-earned legacy to his male progenies for their clear promise and exclusive ability of ensuring the perpetuity of his family name. She would, over the next 5 years of her adolescence, dread her father, as it was clearly entrenched in her mind that she was merely her father's slave child, providing a labor he was parentally entitled to during weekends and school holidays at his workplace. It was law that all the children knew how the family business was run, from the most menial of tasks to the hardest. Despite the patriarchal status quo, his daughters were expected to work hard and learn to be independent. During the trying teenage years, a stubborn young woman would emerge to become her father's greatest defender. This is my story, ladies and gentlemen, and it began 27 years ago. My situation was certainly not by choice. After being told that I was not considered an heir, I decided to pursue a path totally different to the one I had been exposed to. This, of course, So this, of course, to prove a point that I didn't need him after all, and I would make a name for myself without his help. Without even progressing with my deviating plans, tragedy struck, just as I had left the country. I had to return home to an ailing father whose business was collapsing in the most dramatic of circumstances. The media were not merciful. Once abandoned family friends no longer existed, and relatives behaved like vultures. We were all alone. Numerous challenges ensued, and court battles were lurking. Adding insult to injury, our father passed away, and just 18 months later, our mother also died. What a blow. Her loss cemented the dejection and compounded a grief so deep. Mum was the only one that always had an answer. So strong in her faith, she was our solid tower of solace, the permanent nurturer, perfect counsel, and an instant adhesive in our family. The first leader I had ever known went to sleep without saying goodbye. Then God opened a door for me. He led me to a woman. Her name is Rita Makarao. In this remarkable person, I met a leading lady lawyer, a wife, a mother, and professional, who held my hand and gave me the chance to redeem our family. By the time she patiently, successfully finalized our cases and moved on to the High Court bench, she again left me in the great care of another woman, Florence Zimbabwe. Again, a wife, mother, Christian lawyer, and businesswoman. What an amazing comfort and inspiration she was and continues to be. Florence demanded growth and mentored me when I commenced a journey towards leadership. These three women, Mum, Honorable Justice Makarao, Mrs. Zimbabwe, encouraged me to endure and continue a difficult battle with an attitude of survival and a spirit of confidence. They revealed that honor and integrity are essential in all aspects of life. We were encouraged to take responsibility and lead. My family, as can be mentioned in the intro, has since seen the rebirth and transformation of a dying business into one that continues to navigate the hostile economic environment of our country. Today, HEVOS is launching the Women Empowered for Leadership program in Middle East and Southern Africa. The program seeks to support women's participation in politics, public administration, and within civil society. I'm delighted to be here today and witness this great and imperative stride towards the development of Zimbabwean women in our country at a time when we so desperately need encouragement. I will go on to say that the word leader means different things to different people. It can conjure up images of a person behind a podium at a huge conference, a CEO of a multi-million-dollar corporation, the spokesperson of a social cause, or a person in government. Being a leader has little to do with fame and everything to do with courage, open-mindedness, and commitment. I believe that if you are willing to address an issue, voice a belief, stand up for yourself or others, or express an unpopular opinion, you are a leader. If you're trying to make a living doing what you truly love, even if it means breaking free from stable office life, you are a leader. If people frequently seek out for advice, help, or support because they believe in your compassion and strength, you are a leader. A true leader is anyone who's open to a new path, willing to challenge the status quo, and brave enough to lead and educate others through words or by example, or often both. That we should have more female leaders from politics to the boardroom is an understatement. I emphasize that just by having female leaders changes the norms about who can lead and what qualities are necessary in leadership. Having women leadership roles is breaking down cultural and structural barriers. This is essential to improving leadership around the world and showing everyone what women can achieve. Finally, for those of us that are uncertain, the skeptics or the apostles of doom, let us remember that women, on average, are terrific communicators and tend to be better at it than men. Global business will require expanding business networks. Women are natural networkers. Just look at us here at Hivos and the great connection Tanya and Tambudzai and team have made. Women instinctively care about building relationships. The talent pool of creative leaders is doubled when more women leaders are available. Women have extensive multitasking abilities, as evidenced by women who manage business and families at the same time. The public typically see women in leadership positions as less corrupt and less corruptible than men. Given women's distinctive ability to understand the impacts of corruption, because they have disproportionately experienced it, having women at policy-making tables is vital to establishing more sustainable anti-corruption policies. I will leave you with a final parting note. Leadership can be scary, and not everyone is willing to speak up in front of strangers or take an unconventional path. Seth Godin explains in his book Tribes, leadership is scarce because few people are willing to go through the discomfort required to lead. He goes on to say, you have everything you need to build something far bigger than yourself. Congratulations to Hivos and well done to all the participants for being empowered leaders. God bless you and thank you.
For these and other stories, visit our website www.263chat.com. Follow us on Twitter @263chat and like our Facebook page 263chat.